Alright guys, welcome into my WWE Monday Night Raw review for May 25th, 2015, which took place in the Nassau Coliseum, the final WWE event, that will ever take place in the Nassau Coliseum. This is the go-home show for Elimination Chamber, of course with the little build that they had for Elimination Chamber, 2 Raws, they needed to definitely put on a good show, and I felt that this show was actually pretty decent, better than last week's. I didn't think last week's was an awful show, but this show had, it had some good stuff on it, I don't expect 5-star matches throughout like some people, or like great promos throughout, some mediocre stuff and some good stuff, ultimately make for a good episode of Raw. People think, that we should be getting 5-star matches on Raw. They gotta save those for the pay-per-views. But on this Raw, like I said, it was just decent. I'm still not excited for Elimination Chamber at all because it's in 2 weeks. We just had a pay-per-view. I don't want to sit through another pay-per-view. But the show started out, we had a nice little Memorial Day, video package or whatever with wrestlers reciting, stuff said by presidents. It was pretty good. I thought it was a pretty good thing. The Authority came out, and I'm like, oh god, the Authority. Again, Triple H, Stephanie, J&J, Kane, and Rollins. Triple H and Stephanie are going to cut a long-ass fucking promo again, like they do last week, like they do every week. But this was actually good. Rollins got on the mic. Stephanie and Triple H didn't really talk about this. It was all Rollins and Ambrose. Which I'll get to the Ambrose part. But Rollins cuts a promo. He talks about how last week it was unfair how Ambrose held Stephanie and Triple H hostage to give him a title match. By pinning his head against the bricks and threatening to use the steel chair against Rollins. Gets the bricks, and he tells Stephanie that she could take the title shot from Ambrose away from him. She agrees. Rollins tells Triple H that he could fire Ambrose, and he agrees with him, but he's not going to do that. Rollins says he always has to beat Ambrose, but he's tired of doing it, and he basically says that he doesn't feel like he's a contender because he's beaten him before or whatever. The crowd really into Dean Ambrose here for being in New York, I'm kind of like, the hardcore fans. I'm really into Dean Ambrose, we want Ambrose chants, sellout chants. You had Dean Ambrose come out and cut a really good promo. Ambrose cut a great promo here, basically saying that he's going to be the new face of the company, and he's going to make some changes. He says that he's going to make Kane take off his suit and just wear a tie, because he's the Authority's lapdog. He's going to get rid of J&J or whatever. He's going to... basically whatever. He tells Rollins he's going to make him dump Selena Gomez, because something about Justin Bieber, and the crowd's chanting Justin Bieber. Rollins cuts a promo saying, you think chanting Justin Bieber's bad, first of all, he's rich, he's famous, he has more money than all of you or whatnot, so, it's a good thing to be Justin Bieber. I don't know, the crowd was chanting Justin Bieber. There was rumors that Justin Bieber was supposed to wrestle at SummerSlam. Hopefully Justin Bieber never comes to the WWE. But Ambrose, it was a good promo, a really good back and forth. This is a match that doesn't need a lot of build to get me excited for it, and I know I speak for a lot of people when I say that. But, Stephanie gets on the mic or whatever and announces that there's going to be, Triple H gets on the mic and Stephanie, and says that all Ambrose has to do to make this match official is sign the contract, and they have a contract. Ambrose says, well, I might be stupid, but you never know, let's see what happens, and he's going to walk down in the ring. But then Roman Reigns comes out, through the crowd or whatever, and Stephanie tells him to hold on. She says that Ambrose has to the end of the night to sign this contract, and right now there's going to be a match. It's going to be Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose versus Kane and Seth Rollins. So we come back from the commercial break. We have Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns defeating Seth Rollins and Kane in the first match via roll-up. Ambrose actually pinned the champ, so I don't know how I really feel about that. I thought Kane would have been willing to take the pinfall. And I'm always, I'm never for the champions, especially the WWE champion, taking pinfalls, in tag matches, pointless tag matches, makes them look weak. But the match itself was an alright TV match. I guess it was alright. Nothing to really talk about. Decent enough tag team match. I guess, like I said, a good opener for a TV show, or for, just for Raw, basically. Not like pay-per-view quality, but I guess it was alright. We had Ambrose backstage, J&J, Noble and Noble and Mercury. Freaking go up to Dean Ambrose and they say that they have the contract or whatever, then they act like they forgot it, and Ambrose slaps them, Noble, and then Ambrose tacks them, and then the cameraman, gets punched and taken down. You can see the cameraman just fall, and later on, towards the end of the show, they showed like a YouTube clip of like Rollins pushing the cameraman, so it was Rollins who did it. So, I'll continue the story, so at first I was like, where are they going with this? This didn't really make any sense. We had a Kevin Owens video package, you know, so pretty good, highlighting Kevin Owens down in NXT in his career. Rusev defeated R-Truth via submission. You know, both guys are in the chamber. I still don't know why R-Truth's in the chamber. Why is R-Truth in the chamber? He fucking doesn't wrestle at all. He gets put in the fucking ladder match at WrestleMania. I mean, I don't get what goes on with him. But now Rusev's back to being Bulgarian. At the end of the match, you know, he wins with the accolade. He calls out Lana. He's begging her to come out, saying, please. You know, he says he's not leaving until she comes out. And then we go to commercial break, and you know, we come back from commercial and Rusev's still in the ring, and then Lana finally comes out, and Lana's in the ring now, and Rusev's saying, you know, oh, come back, you know, we can crush Russia like we used to like we wanted to when we first met in Bulgaria. This was our plan all along, you know. He forgives her. He's just begging her to come back, basically, and you know, she says, you know, Rusev says all you have to do is, you know, grab my hand, and then she does, and then, you know, they hug or whatever, so it's kind of, you know, corny or some shit. But then Rusev wants Lana to admit that she was wrong about everything, about making him quit, and about losing at WrestleMania. But then Lana says she's not going to do that, and, you know, she calls him a quitter, a loser, or whatever, and then she leaves him. So kind of like the same promo from last week. You know, last week Rusev dumped Lana, and now he wants her back. Now it's Lana dumping Rusev, I guess. It was an alright segment. You know, anything with Lana is good, obviously. And I really like what they're going. Interesting storyline here. Yeah, I like how they're having this feud in the chamber as well, because Ziggler's in, which I'll get to. You had freaking. So I thought it was a good segment. And then next you had the cameraman backstage or whatever. The cameraman. Or before that, I forgot to mention Ziggler came out and he kissed Lana again, but, you know, who cares? I mean, it was cool last week, but, you know, if they're not going to really go all in on it and just, like, tease the storyline, a storyline that not a lot of people really cared about. I mean, Lana matching up with, you know, just matches better with Ziggler than she does Rusev, in my opinion. But then next we had the cameraman backstage with Rollins and J&J, and he wants to press charges against Ambrose. He had freaking police with them. And then, you know, they arrest Ambrose, and Ambrose is like, cool, this should be fun. And then they put him in a police van and then drive off. So that's the whole thing with the cameraman. Pretty clever booking there, you know, I guess. And then, you know, they show him getting taken off in the van. Then we had Ryback defeating Barrett, or King Barrett. You know, this is to build up towards their match, the Elimination Chamber match that, you know, that they're having. So I guess it was an alright little matchup. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are backstage next, and the cast of what the fuck is it? Entourage comes in or some shit. Entourage, and they come in. I don't even know this movie. I don't even know who these guys are, but you know, they're putting over Stephanie and Triple H, saying, "Oh, it's really cool to be here," and they talk about, "Oh, how Steph, it was cool," you know. They were naming off the movie stars in their movie, and they were like, "Oh, Steph, what about when Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania she's in the movie? I do know that from commercials. Put you in the arm bar. You know, in the movie it was fake, but it looked like she was about to break your arm." And then Steph, you know, tries to avoid the question, and then tells them to go back to their lockers or whatever, take them to the room. Neville defeated Stardust next. Bo Dallas came out, and, you know, he was circling the ring. I don't care about Stardust, but Neville got the win, and it was announced that this Sunday it's going to be Neville versus Bo Dallas, so I guess that's pretty cool. You know, something for these two to do. And then the end of the match, you know, Neville wins with the red arrow. Then Bo Dallas comes in and says, all you have to do is Bo leave. He does your shtick. And then he drop kicks the injured knee of Neville. So I'm glad they have something to do for Bo Dallas and Neville. You know, kind of cool seeing the guys who were at the first NXT special in that ladder match, you know, go at it at an Elimination Chamber. And then we had the cast of Entourage backstage next with the fucking divas or whatever, and one of them was talking to Ryder, and they all went to a room together, so okay. I mean, you could kind of guess where that was coming from, because they were in Long Island, which I'll get to. Sheamus defeating Dolph Ziggler. I mean, these guys, this was an alright match. These two usually have good matches, but I'm just tired of seeing this match. We just seen it at the pay-per-view, we seen it on Raw. I'm just tired of seeing the same matches. I said it last week when they keep fucking doing Barrett and Neville. But Sheamus won with the bro kick. Lana was out there the whole match, and then Rusev came out. It looked like he's about to get in the ring and attack Ziggler until Ziggler hit a super kick, and then that distracted him, and then Sheamus hit the bro kick. You know, so it was whatever. And then Rusev puts the accolade on Ziggler while Lana's watching on. The match itself was pretty decent. I'm just tired of seeing these guys wrestle. They wrestled a lot in 2012, 2013, 14, now fucking 15. But like I said, it's kind of interesting that they actually have a feud within the Chamber match because both Rusev and Ziggler are in the Chamber match. And then John Cena comes out, to issue his open challenge, and you knew that he was going to have some patriotic promo on Memorial Day. He's the U.S. champion. He talks about for the past 10 years it's been "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks," and he respects the people that have said they've been chanting "Let's go Cena." And, for the people that says Cena sucks, for 10 years they've been chanting that, but this Sunday you'll be cheering for him, and there'll be a different vibe, it'll be "Let's go Cena, kill Owens, kill," or fight Owens, fight, kill Owens, kill, that's kill Steen, kill, but fight Owens, fight, and then he says that a lot of people have been, for years, the people that are chanting Cena sucks, they've been wanting someone to come in and dethrone Cena. They hate everything about Cena. They want someone to come in and change the WWE, and that might be Kevin Owens, but he's seen a lot of people come and go, and he's taking them down, whatever. Just a cheesy, face, cookie cutter, baby face promo from Cena, like always. I expect none the less from John Cena. And, he talks about how this is Memorial Day, he's going to defend the title, and whatever. The cast of Entourage came out again. And they cut a promo Cena, which one of you is going to take me on, or whatever. And they introduced Zack Ryder, and then the cast of Entourage is on the outside, while Zack Ryder and Cena, they went out there for about 5 minutes. I guess it was all right for what it was. Basically, something for Cena to do until Sunday, I guess. But Cena got the win here. Zack Ryder, got some moves in. He got the broski boot. He did Christian's kill switch, but Cena got the win. Fucking Zack Ryder went for a 450. He missed. I was like, damn, Zack Ryder can do a 450. But Cena got the win. And then, Cena just holds up Zack Ryder's hand with the cast of Entourage, and then the cast of Entourage just leave. So I guess it was all right. And then Kevin Owens, this was the best part. I didn't think Owens was going to be in there. They were chanting for Owens during Cena's promo. Owens just beats up Cena, throws him, or he kicks him and throws him into the Irish whip into the ropes, and then it's the pop-up powerbomb, and holds up the NXT title and stomps the U.S. title. Looking forward to that match. They're promoting Owens. Hopefully he's on the main roster. He's here to stay. Tamina defeated Paige. This wasn't that good of a match. The bells were on commentary. The bells are always on commentary. I'm so tired of hearing them. But Tamina defeated Paige. Kind of botchy, sloppy, whatever. It's a triple threat Sunday with Paige, Naomi, and Tamina. The match wasn't that good at all. New Day came out to cut a promo. The Big East talking about how, they're tearing down the Nassau Coliseum. Your hockey team left or whatever. Getting heel heat. They say that it's unfair. Xavier does it. They defend their titles against 6 teams, and then Kane comes out and cuts a promo saying that it's not just it's fair because it's 6 teams. Each team has a fair shot. They each have an equal shot, and he says that New Day's not going to have that tonight because they're going to take on everyone in that match in a 10-on-3 match. So we get New Day actually defeating the Ascension, the Lucha Dragons, the Primetime Players, Los Matadors, and Cesaro and Tyson Kidd via DQ. This didn't go long, maybe like a minute, I don't know, when all teams just started brawling. So New Day won by DQ, and then they all just fight kind of like last week with Lucha Dragons doing double, both of them doing a corkscrew from the turnbuckle to the outside to all teams, and then New Day's left in the ring celebrating, and then Kidd and Cesaro attack him, and then Cesaro does the swing and Kidd does his leg drop. So really looking forward to that matchup. Hopefully Lucha Dragons win, and then we get to the main event. We have the Authority come out, much like last week. They open the show and then they close it. Rollins is talking about how Ambrose, couldn't come out here to accept the match and sign the contract, and he wants him to come out or whatever, and he can't. And then Stephanie says, well, there's nothing else that we can do, and then Roman Reigns comes out. I was like, come on, is Roman Reigns going to sign that contract? No. Roman fights him, and then the Authority gets the better of him, and then Rollins is like, shoving the contract in Reigns' face, and then Ambrose comes out in the fucking van dressed as a police officer. I thought that was pretty funny. Unpredictable, though, and Ambrose just takes everyone out. Reigns hits a double spear on J&J, and then Ambrose hits the dirty deeds on Kane, and then Rollins retreats, and then Ambrose signs. So, for a moment, I thought they were going with Reigns and Rollins, which would have sucked, it would have been a good match, but no one wants to see Reigns in the main event. So Ambrose is ready for Rollins. So, like I said, I thought this show was all right. It was a pretty decent show. Still not excited for Elimination Chamber. I guess they tried, but there's nothing they could really do because, we just had a pay-per-view. But, yeah, the show was just pretty decent. I'd probably rate it, like a C+ or a C.